In today's video, we're going to be taking a look here at the current conditions, diving into the upcoming pattern, and talking about some upcoming severe weather as well. Let's just get straight into things though, and first things first, here is those current conditions. And as you can see, we have some showery activity up here in the northwestern United States, but not only the northwestern United States, also the Four Corner states down here as well. And then outside of that, we do have some isolated and scattered activity here in the entire eastern United States. That's both showers and thunderstorms. And we can see this area in between here with some very intense thunderstorms going on here from Missouri and Illinois, as well as some surrounding states. Let's go ahead and zoom into some of these different states, though, and we're going to start out here with the northwestern United States, where we do see there is showers just moving from south here to north, kind of southeast and northwest, actually. Here, moving across the region, these are lighter in nature, but they're actually a lot larger, so they're seeing hours and hours and hours of rainfall at a light to moderate pace. That's kind of what we're seeing at this point. Darker greens and yellows are going to be your more moderate rainfall, and then your lighter greens are going to be your more lighter rainfall. That should be pretty obvious, though, up there. Now, as we move down, we see it's a little bit more scattered about, a little bit more isolated, but we see Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado seeing some showers, some isolated showers down here. Even a little bit heavier down there in New Mexico, where they're actually yellows and reds, kind of those thunderstorms, probably downpours happening there, which can cause some flooding, obviously, for these more desert regions. So we'd be watching for that as well, but definitely some heavier activity ongoing down here in New Mexico near Roswell, Carlsbad, and Alamargardo. I don't know how to say that, but there. We do see some of that activity going on, so we're going to be watching for those as well, those showers coming through. I did see there was a heavier shower up here in Nebraska that was causing a severe thunderstorm warning in here. That is pretty much dissipated south of Hemingford, but near Scottsbluff and Sydney, we were seeing some of that severe thunderstorm activity in there, so that has come to an end, though. Now, as we move down to this pocket of thunderstorms, we can see this thing just really worked its way across the region of northern Missouri, southern Illinois, now southern Indiana, and western Kentucky are going to start to get involved. Very heavy thunderstorms moving through with this pocket of thunderstorms. Potential flooding, obviously wind is a concern here with this type of a bowed out thunderstorm. Hail can't be ruled out, tornadoes can't be ruled out, so we're seeing this severe weather move through. We're going to be watching closely and paying very close attention. Now, as we can see, there is these showers and thunderstorms moving across the region for the northeast. I hope everybody's safe from the severe weather you guys had. Also, there's some isolated activity here in the eastern United States, as well as the southeast, where we just have these isolated thunderstorms around, especially there for Florida. We'll take a zoomed in look here. But these are just moving across the state, as you can see. So this is fairly typical, actually, for southern Florida especially, but all of Florida really sees this sometimes. But we see these isolated thunderstorms just moving across the state. And it actually looks like to the north, once this is all said and done, it will be more cleared up. So expect more clear conditions potentially later on today. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move on. We're going to take a look at that model guidance and eventually the upcoming severe weather. Now, here we are taking a look at that upcoming stormy pattern. Let's just keep going with this towards this afternoon. And we can see there will be just that isolated activity going on here in the eastern United States. We're probably going to fly through this because a lot of this activity comes in the earlier portion of the pattern. We do see some storminess here as well in the northwest, but this is going to lighten up really fast, guys. We get towards a quieter pattern. We do see some storminess still here in the northwest and in the southwest, really, for that matter. And we do see a temperature pattern about like this. So we see trough here, ridge here in the kind of central regions, and then another trough here over the west. That is the look at this point by Sunday. It's the same thing, something like this. Pretty deep trough here in the east and the west, and then a ridge right here in between. For Monday, we're seeing that ridge move eastward. This is when the heat wave is going to start for the eastern United States. So we see a lot of this warmth actually heading in just like this, and that's going to cause things to start heating up. We do see cold air on the back end here for the west, and a lot of storminess here for the northern United States, especially the northwestern United States by Monday. Tuesday, things are looking very quiet, but still very hot in the eastern United States, something like that going on. Wednesday, it's almost just a ridge in the entire eastern, or the entire United States as a whole. By Friday, we see a big ridge here still over the eastern United States. Probably going to be coming to an end soon after that, though. Actually, as we move towards the end of the pattern, we do see a little bit of a dip there, maybe, but really this is looking warm overall. We'll take a look at the temperature pattern in a minute, though. But here we are taking a look at the storminess in the eastern United States that pops up here at the end of the model run around the 27th time frame. It looks like we get a little bit more stormy at the end, but we flew through it obviously because there's not a whole lot upcoming as far as storminess to talk about yet. So I think we're mostly looking towards the tropics as we're heading towards July and August. We're going to really start to talk more about that coming up fairly shortly. Now, here's the 10-day total precipitation. If you're anywhere in the white, you're expecting practically no precipitation. Grays will be about 1/10 of an inch or less of precipitation. Greens will be about 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch of rainfall. Your blues will be 1/2 an inch to an inch. Your yellows will be 1 inch to 2 inches. And then your reds will be 2 to 5 inches of rainfall. But as you can see, not a lot of storminess expected across the United States. Usually we'll see reds very, very widespread, at least in some regions of the United States. But there's no like widespread areas of that at all in the United States. It's all up there in Canada or all south of the United States, and then there's just scattered about regions in the United States. But this is not that much for a 10-day period, actually. For total snowfall, here we are. If you're anywhere in the grays, you're expecting a dusting. If anything, blues will be 2 to 6 inches of snowfall. Purples will be 6 to 10, and then your pinks will be 10 to 20, which I'm surprised we're even seeing that much at this point. Still pretty amazing to say the least. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to move on and take a look at the upcoming temperature pattern. And here we are taking a look at this. Let's just move towards this afternoon. It's going to be a hot one here in the eastern United States, the south central United States, and even the kind of the Rockies there, or just east of the Rockies. Very, very hot with cool temperatures along the west coast there. We can see that by the time we're reaching Saturday, we have a little bit of colder temperatures here, as well as the northeastern United States with warmth in between. As we approach Sunday, same exact story. We're really not going to switch this off until we reach about Monday, where this heat starts to really move eastward. We saw that earlier. Tuesday, we see something like this. These browns, by the way, is where the heat wave is potentially taking place. Those brown colors that you're seeing, that is where we're at about 20 degrees above normal or more. So, for instance, if your average temperature is 80 on June 21st, you're at about 100 if you're 20 degrees above normal. So, absolutely crazy. That's what that is. So that's Tuesday. Wednesday, we see it move a little bit further south, these hottest temperatures, but even the deeper reds will be very, very hot. You need 3 days in a row of 90 plus to be a heat wave. Here we go for Thursday. We see it down here. So I think these areas are the ones that are staying the most consistent with this heat wave, northern regions there. But Friday, we see it again, actually, here, just a little bit further west this time. Saturday, it's still around. Wow, look at that. It's really just hanging out. Sunday, the heat is still there. This could be a week-long heat wave at this point on this model run. That is actually amazing. Look at how long that heat sticks around. Wow. Okay. That's going to be absolutely crazy, guys. We need to talk more about this heat wave once we're in the kind of the end of the weekend, once we're just approaching it. But this is looking really, really hot for a long time here, guys. It's going to be pretty crazy to talk about. What we're going to do is we're going to move on, and we're going to focus on the severe weather now. All right, now here's the day one categorical outlook, and as you can see, we have 4 general thunderstorm risks there. 1 there for Northern California and Oregon, 1 there for Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and Montana, 1 there for the 4 corner states up through into the Rockies and the Northern Plains, and then 1 for the eastern United States. All of these lighter green regions is where we're expecting general thunderstorms, but anything is possible, so heed every watch, warning, and advisory. The 3 darker green regions there for Idaho and Montana, Montana and Wyoming, and then the eastern United States, that's where we expect isolated severe weather to occur. It's called our marginal risk. That's just where we expect the isolated severe weather. The yellow region there in the southeast, that is going to be our slight risk region, and that's where we expect scattered severe weather to be possible. So really pay attention there if you're in there for Friday, June 17th. Day 2 here, a little bit lighter. We have 2 lighter green regions. That's our general thunderstorm risk areas. Again, like I said, 2 darker green regions there in the southeastern regions of the United States. That's where we have a marginal risk, and we expect isolated severe weather. And then for day 3 here on Sunday, June 19th, we only have a general thunderstorm risk there in the lighter green. So hopefully that sticks around that way. That would be the first day without a severe weather risk area in quite a while. But General thunderstorms are expected in the lighter green regions, but anything is possible, so heat every watch, warning, and advisory. But thankfully, Sunday is not looking too active, which is really, really good news. Anyway, for today's confidence tab, we're at a 5 out of 6 actually. We're moving up today because we're mostly focusing on the heat wave, and I feel really, really confident about that at this point. So things are looking really good for the heat wave. As far as confidence-wise, the GFS and the European model are on the same page. So now we really just have to prepare to get through the heat and stay cold and make it through it. Obviously, check on all your elderly neighbors. Check on all your neighbors for that matter. But really, the elderly are at the most at risk, so we're going to want to really watch after them as well. For today's patron highlight of the day, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons: Bill Crates, James Wade, Dovin Nagel, Lurla Pan, Mandy Birchfield, Patrick Strickland, Dave Scott, and Donna Carnes as well. I'd also like to thank our diamond patrons: Bill Roberts, Marcus Connolly, Noel Harley, Mecca Lessa Catbite, Charles Stinnett, Bill Dallas, Gary's, and John Calisi also. I'd also like to thank our channel members: Catbite, Stephen Fan, and Jeremy Cox as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. I'll see you guys in the next video.